Shit, it's
Let's
10:30.
go. Let's go.
Let's do it.
And we are live. Refresh, refresh,
So many
refresh.
refreshes, bro.
There we
So
go. There we go.
many.
There we
Here we
go.
go.
I see it. I see it. And I
Ah,
see KDB.
yep. I
Oh
called it.
man.
Let's get it. Let's
Oh
get it.
man. I am chocolate. I'm here with the show, bro. Sharpie Charlie. How's it going, homie? How you feeling?
Hey, I'm amped now. I seen this lineup. Let's talk about it, bro. Let's not even mess around. Let's talk about it.
Let's. So, should we start with the opponent so we can kind of just get them out of the
Yeah,
way?
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with that. I totally
Okay.
support it. Let's just get
Yeah,
those
yeah.
Reds out of
Let's
the way.
just get them out of the way. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Arsenal.
No surprises here. Okay.
So, right, exactly. This is basically who we thought we would be seeing. Arsenal's lineup. They are in their 4-3-3. Kiwior going from left to right. Well, Raya back. Kiwior, Gabriel, Saliba, White, Rice, Jorginho, Odegaard, Jesus, Havertz, and Saka. So at least Martinelli, I guess. I mean, he's on the
He's on the
bench.
bench. Yeah.
He's on the
Trossard,
bench.
Martinelli on the bench. Partey. They're as healthy as they're gonna be. Like, there's no, I'm trying to think who else is missing, and nobody stands out like that plays, right? Like, they are here.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they're coming in trying to win for the first time at the Etihad in what, 9 years, I believe I heard.
It's been a long
Um,
time.
Long time. I was a young man then. Um, but I mean, here's what I'll say about Arsenal, right? I respect defense. Defense travels, and they have the best defense in the Premier League this year. Least goals conceded. They like Arteta's molded them. He got bigger the same way City got bigger, right? Look at that back line. There's no tiny people out there. There's no
Mhm.
Zinchenko out there. There's no what's this tucked in shirt guy that used to play there, Tierney. Like no, like this is real. This is real life football right now. Like big boy football,
Uh,
mano a mano. So they're a solid side. They're a really good side. I'm interested to see if Jesus, or Jesus, sorry, Portuguese, if Jesus plays middle or left, because we know Saka's gonna hold down the right. How you feel about the lineup?
I'm not worried about them. I mean, they're good. They are who they. I mean, I'm just trying. I've talked about this match in a million different ways this
Yeah,
week,
you have. Yeah.
and I don't know. I've tried to give the pessimist the cup half full. I've given the cup is all the way full, and Arsenal doesn't stand a chance. And this is the beginning of the end for Arteta. I've given any and every take, and the whole this will be the beginning of the end for Arteta take obviously did not go the best. The
Oh, what a take!
Ars-
What a
the
compliment.
Arsenal people on did not appreciate it, and
Mm-mm.
it just threw a whole grenade into the talk. HH, I'm sorry about that, my bad. But I am gonna keep that tucked in the pocket just in case, because especially if we end up winning, like I definitely am gonna like add all of them and be like, what did I say? What did I say? Um, enough of this team though. Like let's pull up the team we came to see with
Blues,
the
baby.
man on the front, KDB, uh,
King Kev.
Ortega Moreno. You said it before we went live. You were hoping you got the four bigs, the big back line, you know,
Mm-hmm.
a kanji. Well, so how do you think it's going to be? Is Vardial left back, Ake,
Yeah, yeah,
Diaz
that order.
Kanji?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, for sure.
Okay.
And I
Good.
don't think anybody tries to do the stone roll, like to push up in possession. I think you might see Vardiol get up more,
Mm-hmm.
but it's going to be hard because he has obviously Saka out there to worry about. So I feel like it's going to be a really straight up defensive back four.
Yeah, definitely. And then we got Rodri, Kovacic, KDB, Bernardo, Foden, and Halan up top. I love it. This is it's probably gonna be like obviously once Ederson gets healthy, he'll be slotted in, And but uh, I think even when it gets to the nitty gritty, those games that we need to win, those really, I think this could be the first leg lineup for our Champions Leagues often, because this is the lineup that, hey, we could score four with this team, but chances are we're only going to need to win 1-0, 2-1 with this lineup because we're not going to allow a lot.
Yeah. Can I talk about the
Oh,
bench real quick?
of course, of course.
Oh, look who it is. What up? What up? What up?
Sorry, I was
What's
away.
going on, fellas?
Shades
What's
on.
up?
Ready. Hater blocker
Right?
ready. Um, I just want to say this bench is very interesting because Stones is on the bench, right? Not starting, but he is fit enough to be on the bench. Obviously, Grealish is on the bench. Daku, Alvarez, Nunez. Like, I wouldn't be surprised to see any of those five come into the match. Tom, have you seen the lineup? How you feeling about it, bro?
Looking at it now, I am first of all, I'm just like shocked that KDB is playing in this match. Honestly,
Hmm.
uh, I just think that Phil's been in such good form that I would rather see a winger, like an out and out winger, um, on the right. Um, I am interested. I know that Lando said that in our last episode that Kova was going to get a start, which I kind of looked at funny, but maybe with all of that go forward that KDB and Phil have, you kind of need Kovacic to start too. Um, so that kind of brings me a little bit of comfort.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I see Kevin now. He's a 10, but he's also like just like I said this like early on in well last season. I was like, I feel like he's moved up to just being like a right winger, right? He can either be a second striker or his positioning where he whips in those crosses, right? Like he is on the wing, and you have Bernardo who is there who can interplay with him, and those overlaps are so dangerous because do you take Bernardo? Do you take Kevin? Like it really going to put Kiwi or in hell. But I like the balance of having Rodri beside Kovacic. I think they have a really good interplay. Kovacic has an engine. We know he can run. And against Jorginho, right? Like Jorginho's not expansive. So you really only have two midfielders to worry about as far as Rice and who's the other one for them? Uh, oh, Rice and Odegaard, of course. So yeah, so like we know we can match up with them. And I mean, the first time we played him, Rodri wasn't here, and we know when Rodri doesn't play, we don't win. So I feel better already that 16's been behaving and hasn't missed any matches. Like the man doesn't lose matches. Okay, so we're at least gonna draw today because he stopped losing. He forgot how to lose.
Yeah, agreed.
I see Jorginho in their midfield. He is incredibly talented, yes, but he also isn't the most mobile. I think if there's any player on that squad we can somehow take advantage of, it's going to have to be him. And that's definitely going to be the passing in space and holding on to possession, making him run.
And
I
you
mean,
wonder, and maybe that is why you get the start with Phil and KDB together, just
Yeah,
because
and of course like
in an
okay.
attempt to make him run.
Yeah, and Pep always can switch it, right? Like we know if you have Daku and Grealish ready, there's a world where both can come on if needed, right? Like you can have Daku on the right, Grealish on the left, move Phil center beside Kevin. Um, but I want to see the possession in this match. Like I don't know if anybody's going to be able to dominate. Like who's coming out hard pressing? Are people trying to just be a little
hey,
cagey, or
what's
are
going
they
on?
really
Can you
going to
mute
go after
yourself?
it?
There's like an echo. Thank you.
Oh yeah. So yeah, so I just wonder, how they're going to deal with how both sides, like tactically, the managers, right? We see the players, but what is Arteta's strategy? Because they did win early this year, they have that confidence, but they also know they didn't have Kevin. We didn't have Kevin or Rodri, right? That's huge misses, and I think I said it after the episode. I'm like, we played them without our two of our three best players, like really hard to do, and it was still a tight match. So this is gonna be fun.
I forgot that fact that we were playing without KDB and Rodri. Like without Rodri is a big thing. I mean, We were just without KDB for a giant amount of time. That I feel like is the biggest thing with all of these conversations I've been in. Arsenal fans are feeling themselves. They are prepared. They truly believe the 2 matches that they have beat us in earlier this year have set them up to come to the Etihad and win. And when I had mentioned on a whole other, well, because it was, I'd mentioned how we broken Tottenham's curse, and someone were like, okay, well, if you've done that, then haven't we have broken the curse with you guys by beating you guys this year? And I never really got a chance to get my take off. They just kind of kept it moving. But the answer is no, because you have to actually come to the Etihad and win, and then that breaks the curse. What I will say is they should come here confident. They've been playing very well. They are in first, like you said, the best defense in the league. They have many reasons to be confident. I don't know. It's just I love seeing them this confident because anything. Yes, they can win by 1, and it's going to be the greatest win ever. But I don't know. I feel like they need a more substantial win against us
I
with
disagree.
the energy they have.
I think a 1-0 win, remember, like in the first match, I just looked because I forgot. They didn't score to the 86th minute. Like Martinelli scored the
Mm-hmm.
winner very late. So we were almost getting out of there with a draw. We gave up a late goal, which is, our MO. But and they also didn't have Saka either. Saka wasn't playing. Havertz didn't start. So they've changed up some things. They had Chico instead of Kiwi, or so both teams are different. But if they beat us at the Etihad, well, we have not lost a match since Brentford in 2022. That's a massive victory. I don't care if it's 1-0, 5-1. Like, if you get out of here with 3 points, God bless you. Like, you deserve it. Now, do I think they're going to do it? No. I have money on it. I do not think City is losing today. Could they nick a draw? Of course. But there's no losing coming from the Blues. Not at all. Like, we are ready. Rodri was fired up. If you saw his interview with Sky Sports, so they're coming here to take our spot. Like, it's very difficult to do that. And basically said I'm here, like I'm him, and when I'm here, you know what it is. You know who's bossing that midfield. John Stones already told Declan Rice, I know who you're talking about. Oh, we play y'all. Oh, cool. That's cool. Like, I'm worried about England right now. You focus on us. I'm worried about one match at a time. That's how we think. So yeah, we are fully locked in. We also started Rico in that first match. God bless the little man. But yeah, we're a little bigger. Kanji didn't play. So I'm loving this, man. This is what it's all about, right? This is how the run in should be, a proper run in. And I think, both sides are going to be, this should be a great match. This isn't like going to be that cagey Liverpool, who is it? Liverpool, Chelsea, they always play crappy matches, right? Like, this is going to be free flowing, not free flowing, but definitely like expansive, and like people are going to take chances. You got shooters, like Odegaard is going to shoot. Kevin's going to let it rip. Phil's in form. And of course, we haven't even talked about Holland, right? Like, how do you think Holland does, Tom, against that dynamic duo of Saliba and Gabriel?
I think that that's going to be the most important matchup of the day, honestly, is can he play off their back shoulders, find that space, not be bullied. Um, I think like one of our biggest frustrations about Holland is that like you're so big, but like you get bullied off of the ball and off of your spot way too often. Um, so I don't I like I do see that being the decisive matchup of this match. If Holland has a good day, I expect 2 to 3 goal contributions.
I
Mm.
like
If
that.
if if not, um, if he doesn't have any, we're in trouble. Not to say that
Okay.
like not to say that we don't have other players that can't create and score and get on the score sheet, but we really need him specifically to be on the score sheet.
And
Agreed.
I agreed. Uh, Halan, running with your point. It's because when he's doing well, you have to pay him attention. That frees up space for all our other players. And I don't know if that means we have to get Halan the ball early? Uh, what I guess what are because Arsenal, they're going to come in, they're going to do that press, they're going to be super intense. So what is it that we're going to want to see? Is it maintain possession, just do the passing in circles until they get tired, or should we have a game plan that we should be able to make 2-3 correct passes and just take advantage of their aggressive press, very similarly to how we did when we smacked them last year, where it was basically just pass to KDB, Halan, run, score. Like and it was very simple, efficient, very uncity like, honestly. But uh, is that what we're expecting? Is that the only way you think we're going to be able to beat Arsenal?
I don't think it's the only way to beat them, but I definitely want those tactics. I was like, before you started talking, as Tom was talking, I was like, I want to talk about what we did to them last year, where we went over the top. Kevin was the second striker, and it was old school football, right? Get it launched, find a big man, knock it down, and let's play. Because I think that's our advantage when you have, like, I rate Ben White, but I also rate Phil Foden higher, if that makes sense. So if you have Foden on the left and you do have Kiwior going against Bernardo Silva, I rate Silva to be able to get past them, right? Like, so like, even if you just get it out to the wingers and the hold up play, and of course Kevin comes through the middle, good luck. So I hope, and Ortega has the delivery ability, right? He's not Ederson, but he's very close. And so I believe that he can find Holland. And if Anthony Taylor as the ref allows them to be super aggressive on Holland, then it might be difficult. But if he actually calls fouls as they are presented when you're pulling his shirt and all that shit, like, it's definitely going to be in our favor. So I don't want to have to get in a position where we're trying to play out of the back too often, like use what we have. And if we switch possession, if we lose it, the worst case scenario is, okay, now we set up our press, right? Versus getting caught in corners and giving away a cheap goal. So I want to be risk averse, at least early, at least give it a shot.
Mm.
I completely agree with Sharpie. I was just thinking that based off of the lineup, like everything lends itself to play the same way that we played them that we did last year. Just because KDB and Holland are starting, and like if you want to sit the other, I don't know, 8 players back in possession, you can do so, or in defense, you can do so. Um, and then and with Phil starting, like maybe it's that like, okay, well, Phil is going to go and KDB is going to go, but we're going to have a drop off with Holland, and he's going to drop it into the midfield, or it's going to be Holland and Phil going forward, and KDB is going to drop back. So the lineup just lends itself to that.
Okay. Let's take a look at our subs. Stones, Grealish, Daku, Alvarez, Nunez, Bob, Lewis, Gomez. Who realistically do you see getting on the pitch, and for whom?
Oh, is this for me? I'm gonna say
Either.
Daku, because I think if for some reason um, we can still play the same, and he can come on for Bernardo Silva, he can come on for Phil, he can come on for KDB, and I would probably be KDB just to give him the rest, and then move Phil central and Daku out left. But we can still play those same tactics with the that you know a second striker playing underneath Holland.
Yeah, I was on mute when I was talking earlier like an idiot. But my answer is going to be Grealish. I think he's back fit. I feel like his ability to hold the ball, keep the width on the left, will be able to move Phil central. So you take out a Kovacic, for example, right? And you bring in a Grealish in the 65th minute. And now you have your dual eights of Foden and Kevin. If Kevin's fitness is where I suspect it is, I think he goes a full 90. Like, I don't see him um, getting subbed off in this match at home. I think it's just a little different than what happened earlier before the international break. So I see him I see Kev playing a full 90. Now, the Stones one is interesting, right? Because he's on the bench. We know how good he is, but I feel like he's like a don't break in case of emergency type of option, right? Like if we don't really need him,
Unintended.
we shouldn't come on. And of course, like Daku, like he gets on and gets electric. Like he literally, almost gave us that win against Chelsea. So like we have so many options. I don't see Nunez coming on. I don't think this is a match for him. And Alvarez, I don't know how you take Holland off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess if you need a goal, you bring in Alvarez to push up. But if we're winning, I don't see Pep doing too much, especially because we don't have a midweek match. So I think the boys are ready to go 90.
The only person I guess I
I
could
lied.
see.
We do play midweek. We play Villa midweek. I
Yeah,
lied.
yeah. No,
Forgot.
we're back.
My bad.
That's fine. I was gonna
It's
Yeah,
say,
I was about to say if we don't have a midweek match, all of them boys out there is playing 90. Like we ain't seeing no sun.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
we're back to twice a week for, I think it's like,
Good month. Yeah.
yeah, yep. It's gonna be good time. The light we have Luton Town in 2 weeks, so
Palace is mid.
yeah, and
Palace
then
next
we got
weekend
Palace.
is food.
Yeah, so I mean,
That's a tune-up before. That's a rotation match before Real Madrid.
and we got Nottingham Forest at the end of the month, so that's
Yeah.
we got some ones where worst case we can rest or tinker a little. Whew, I'm getting a little nervous. All right, let's get these score predictions in before we get out of here.
I'll go first real quick. 2-1 City. Holland scores. Foden scores.
I said 2-1 on the show. I think I'm sticking with that. I know that both Tarek and Lando had bigger score lines. I just don't feel like we're gonna see any score line that big. I think there's only 3 goals in this match, and City will score 2 of them.
I've really been thinking and wondering. I normally get very nervous, like the leading up into the match. I'm calm all week, and the closer to the game it gets, I start getting nervous. Oddly enough, no, I'm chill. It's vibes. I got nothing in me. Like when it comes to fear, I'm inspired. I think City are actually about to come out here, and after United did what they did, after Liverpool, actually, I don't even know how
They're about to win. I'm watching. Liverpool's up 1 with 3 minutes left in stoppage time.
Of course they are.
Yeah.
But their feeble attempts at showing that they're good as well. I think this is a chance for City to truly just start all the crying, the whining, it's not fair. Why do they get what they want? At least we have 115 charges. We can look forward to the day that they are sent to another country. I don't care. Put them under wherever. You little crybabies. Like, that's all they are. Is just charges crybabies. I'm gonna take the crybabies and I'm gonna move it to football. You are a bunch of charges crybabies. Y'all are pathetic. Like, that's a statement win. 4-1.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right. Getting aggressive. Hey, he's saying Real Madrid Part 2 over here. That's what he's saying.
He said yes, he is. He's saying that in what kind of match was that? That was a slap your beep on the table match. Like that was an unzip your pants match.
Put it right there.
He said that that's what this match is gonna be, and I like that.
Start the month. Start in March the right way. Get ready for April. Run in and
There
say
you
that's what
go.
we do, baby. I love it. I love the energy. Let's get it.
Hey, let's get it. Then I am Crunk Chocolate. I'm with the Show Bros, Sharpie Charlie, Tom Bomb, who is now in the car.
Hey, Tom Bomb be moving, all right? The man's out here. He's ready.
Press fitting.
Let's get it, boys. Let's go.
Hey, Tom Bomb out in those streets. I love it. Oh, man. We are Shades of Blue. We will see you tomorrow with a new episode. We record tonight.
All right, let's go, boys.
You know the
3
vibes.
points.
Oh, also, and then tomorrow, there is a breaking bread for our match against Aston Villa. I will be talking with Sam of Villa Park Podcast. So tap into that. You know the vibes. Shady Gang. Shady gang. Shady.